Comfy. It's a difficult one with hero, isn't it? Because I think a hero should be someone who saved your life, or a relative, or someone who donated their kidney. If it's someone you've admired for a long time and made you think, maybe even changed your life, I'd say it was David Bowie. The Office sort of broke in England. You get invited to all these things. Do you want it? No. Do you want no? Do you want no? None of those. Oh, we're having a talent night at the BBC. No, I turned everything down, okay? And then one came through, VIP audience with David Bowie. Now, Bowie has been my hero for about 30 years. So I went, yeah, right. So we went along, me and my girlfriend. It was amazing. Went the green room afterwards. There was various people there. And Greg Dyke, then head of the BBC, comes over and goes, "You're a fan, aren't you?" I went, "Oh, I love Bowie." He went, "Come and meet him." I went, No. He went, "No, come and meet him." I went, "Oh." We're walking to see Bowie. He goes, Salman Rushdie joins us. So there's me, Greg Dyke, my girlfriend, Salman Rushdie. We go down and meet David Bowie. Mental, okay? Next day I'm in the pub with my mate Johnny, and he goes, "What'd you do last night?" And I went, "Nothing." Oh, what would I say? I was hanging out with David Bowie and Salman Rushdie. What did you do? So I didn't say anything.
What made me want to do a British sitcom? Well, as you probably know, my background's in serious acting before I started doing the writing, singing thing, and so something like doing the extras is a piece of cake for me, really. And it was fun working with Rick, showing him pointers, maybe new ways of approaching comedy that he hadn't really thought about before, I think.
And he knew I was then. I think someone told him afterwards, and they gave him a DVD of The Office, and I got an email out of the blue from him. He's like the FBI. He just got my email. I think he's like plugged in to the World Wide Web, and he just put, "I watched, I laughed, what do I do now?" And we became sort of pen pals.
When we came up with the idea of doing a song, he said he would do the lyrics with Stephen, and I said that would be great. I'd love that to happen, and I'd do the melody. If you keep looking like that, your face will stay like it. That's really quite a zinger, isn't it? And that kind of thing, you see. So, I've been writing jokes for him, and he assures me they'll be in the future episodes. So it's been very fulfilling, this whole experience.
I was on tour in the United States back in '89, and we did a show in Cincinnati. During that show, I shouted out, "It's great to be in Cincinnati." That was a lie.
So I also like the fact that they're aware of their legend. I quite like that.
Right.
That they know the press's perception of that they play with, and they want to let you know that they're above that.
Right.
That's nice.
You'd think that being a famous rock star, married to a supermodel, would be one of the greatest things in the world. It is.
We went to his apartment, and we went in, and the doorman there went, "Oh, you're here to see Mr. Jones?" And I went, "Oh yeah, of course I'm here to see Mr. Jones. David Bowie doesn't really exist."
Right.
Right.
He was Davy Jones.
Yeah, we went upstairs, and it was just made a coffee. He just had it was after his little heart incident.
Yeah.
And he came round with 2 cups of coffee, pretending to be shaky and old.
Yeah.
And I thought, he's fucking having a laugh. He's mucking around. This is David Bowie. This is my hero. And the apartment is as you would imagine, like something from a magazine.
Yep.
And there was this amazing, huge statue, this work of art, like a pewter thing. I went, "That's amazing." I said, "Who's that?" He went, "Oh yeah, the artist there was trying to do, you know what Picasso did with 2D? He made it sort of 3D. He tried to flip it and make the statue that was 3D, 2D. Anyway, my daughter likes to hit that with a hammer." And I remember I sent them an email for his, I think, 57th or 58th birthday, and I put, "Happy birthday," and I put 58. Isn't it time you got a proper job? Ricky Gervais 42, comedian. He sent back, I have a proper job. David Bowie, rock god. Good, that, isn't it? And I think I should talk about him as a hero before I knew him, because that obviously, for the last 10 years of my life, we were sort of friends. Which never really confused the issue, because I sort of knew him as a friend, and he was brilliant. And I had to remember, oh, that's my hero, he's a genius. But we hardly talked about his music, he wanted to talk about other things.
What would I want my son to know about his granddad? And I think it would be the same thing that most of my dad's fans have taken over the last 50 years, that he's always been there supporting, a little bit different, and he's always been there for them. So, this award is for all the kooks and all the people who make the kooks.
He sort of put my life in colour in many ways. A working class teenager in a council house in a rough estate in Reading, and I'm eating my beans on toast and I see heroes. I think it was on the TV show Mark Bolan's show, and I thought, of course, you can do anything.
And welcome to The One Show with Matt Baker
and Alex Jones. Now, tonight's guest shot to fame when he humiliated Mackenzie Crook in The Office.
Went on to ridicule George Michael in Extras.
And thought nothing of insulting half of Hollywood at the Golden Globes.
But for some reason, the stars keep coming back for more.
Do you have any idea who my leading lady is on this film?
In the Tim Burton film?
Yeah.
Helena Bonham Carter?
How'd you know?
Stab in the dark.
She thinks you're an idiot.
Sorry, have I done something to offend you?
What do you mean, like trashing me in front of like 200 million people at the Golden Globes?
It's Ricky Gervais!
Brilliant. It's that classic line in there, have I done something to offend you? Which basically, I mean, do you ever worry that you are offending those that you really like?
No, because I know I am. It's guaranteed I'm going to offend someone. But just because, you know, you're offended doesn't mean you're right, does it? I mean, I think that goes to show that he wasn't offended. This is the funny thing.
Well, he turned up to do the shoot, didn't he?
People are saying, that's part of the reason I got him in it, because everyone's going, oh, Johnny Depp was so offended. No, he wasn't. I called him up and he went, it was funny, it was great. You know, I get this once a week, someone saying that I've offended someone else. Usually it's always someone offended on someone else's behalf, you know, and it's ridiculous. Of course he's not offended. He's the richest, most handsome man in the world. Why is he going to care about a fat bloke from Reading not liking the tourist?
Well, we'll be talking more about the new show and the big stars that are in it a little bit later on.
Yeah, but first, Simon Boseman is in a sleepy...
Aren't you going past Alston? A very remote area on the rickshaw?
On my rickshaw I am, yes. As we
good
were
luck.
saying, so high, so remote, they expect snow plows. I don't know if I'll have a snow plow on the
You'll be all right.
Yeah, it's going to be high. Anyway, thanks, Simon, for that. Ricky, are you into community spirit? Are you big on that?
As long as they leave me alone, yeah. They can't get past the gates and the lasers and the dogs. I've got shutters on the windows. I often hide, pretending I'm out if someone comes to the door. But yeah, I say, yeah, get on with it.
Okay.
Brilliant. Good luck, everyone. Good luck, everyone.
This image of you in waders cleaning out the local pond in the park, but maybe not.
That won't happen.
That will never happen.
Oh, you know, I'd do anything to do with nature, yeah. I'd get involved. I love stuff to do with wildlife and nature.
Okay.
It's just talking to anyone else that I don't like.
Fair enough.
Love animals. It's the people that annoy me.
Yeah. Well, earlier on we saw a clip of Johnny Depp in your new series, Life's Too Short. Tell us a bit about that.
It's a fake documentary, about a return to the fake documentary format, rather like The Office, but it's moved on because documentaries have moved on. I suppose The Office reflected those quaint docu-soaps of the 90s with normal people being famous, like David Brent. But modern documentaries, reality shows, they're much more about
C and D-list celebrities living their life like an open wound. And it's more like that. Do you know what I mean? It's like the fictional Warwick Davis. You know, it's a complete character. It's nothing like real Warwick Davis. In real life, Warwick is a great actor. He's brilliant. He's lovely. He's so rounded. I've never heard him complain about it. He's just great. In this, he's manipulative. He's got a chip on his shoulder. It's not half an hour of height gags. It's nothing to do with that. It's more that he's got small man complex. So it's about him being angry with the world. And, you know, he exploits other dwarves. He runs an agency in this. He takes all the acting jobs for himself, but he rents those out as bowling balls and things. So it's about that, really.
Well, we've got a moment from the first episode where he comes to see you and Stephen Merchant as well. And it's lovely. He has to charm a member of the public because he can't quite reach the intercom.
I've never seen you, bruv. What films you been in?
Have you seen Return of the Jedi?
Who was you in that?
It was an Ewok.
Those little bears?
Not little bears.
Bruv, they're little bears.
Right, have you seen Willow?
No.
Look, just press the buzzer, please.
Look at that. Comedy legends there. Ricky Gervais, Stephen Merchant. They're all mates, aren't we? Always popping around for a chat.
You are always popping round, yeah. I thought we made the buzzer high enough, but...
No, I've got to pass a by to press it.
Pass a by. We didn't think of everything.
Would see it as a bit un-PC. I mean, especially a hilarious bit when Warwick falls out the car. But how do you keep it on the right side?
I don't know what this is of this. It's un-PC. Well, they're already saying that, and I haven't seen it. They straight away assume it's going to be offensive because there's a dwarf involved. Well, that's their problem. That's their prejudice. They're assuming it's going to be cruel. I mean, and nothing can be further from the truth, as I say. But I don't know. There's no harm can come of discussing taboo subjects. That's why they're a problem with them, because they're taboo. If you talk about stuff intelligently, then I think problem is some people always confuse the target of a joke with the subject of a joke. You can talk about anything. You can talk about race, disability, as long as you know what you're doing with it. People are always going to be offended. They're always going to be offended, and there's nothing you can do about that.
No.
You know.
And on that point as well, I mean, you recently offended quite a few people with disabilities.
Recently, always. I offend someone once a week, but you've got to just carry on with what you're doing. I look at it in a quite Darwinian framework. You do what you do, and you either survive or you don't. I think if you keep trying to please everyone, you won't do anything. Nothing will be said, because some people are offended by equality. Some people are offended by abortion. I'm not. I'm offended by those people. But what are you going to do? What are you going to do? So, at least watch it first. You know what I mean?
Fair enough.
And then, and if you don't like it, don't watch it again. Don't write me a letter. No one's listening.
I mean, but you're not afraid of laughing at yourself either, because recently...
But very often I am the butt of the joke.
Yeah.
It's my stupidity, it's me getting stuff wrong.
Exactly. I mean, Curb Your Enthusiasm is a good example of that.
Of course, it's your only deal in excruciating social faux pas and that, and sort of taboo subject. And that's what's funny, because it's usually about our middle-class angst. It's usually about our fear. Warwick, when he talks to people, he knows they're trying to avoid using the word little or small in just normal conversation. And he finds it hilarious. He wants to go to them, chill out. It's all right, you know.
Yeah.
Well, let's just have a little look at you in action in that clip. This is you with Larry David. Go.
Thanks so much for coming. Oh my God, I can't believe this. Signed. The funniest show in the history of television.
It was
I
funny.
love this show.
I wouldn't call it the funniest show in the history of television.
I would, lad. This show was hilarious.
No doubt about it. Funny show.
Hilarious.
History of television?
Seinfeld, lovely show.
Well, thank you. It was good. That was good, yeah.
Oh, no, I love broad comedy.
Yeah.
I will treasure this, Ricky.
I like the laugh track on it.
So happy he's
reminds
here.
you when to
So
laugh.
excited.
Oh, yeah.
We didn't do one.
But actually, it's a very funny show.
Thank
It's just odd to just show up with your own DVD.
Yeah.
I've never heard of somebody who's in something and then showing up with it.
You've never heard of that?
No. It's an odd thing.
A war with words. Didn't take you long to try and turn the tables on there, but...
All improv.
Yeah.
All ad-lib. All ad-lib.
Really?
Yeah. You just go with it and you film it a few times, and it was great doing that. Not only is he a bit of a hero of mine, I think probably the most important person working in comedy today, but he ruins as many takes as I do. We were just both laughing. When I was like, we'd go, OK, stop. Honestly, it's great. One of the highlights of my career. Such a pleasure. And when you go out with dinner, to dinner with Larry David, it's like a 2-hour episode of Curb for free. It's just, he's great. I can't get enough of him.
Yeah, well, many people may not have heard of Slough until Ricky here put it on the map with The Office, but 60 years ago this week, Berkshire earned its stripes when it became home to the very first zebra crossing.
Thank God for Ricky Gervais.
The first time I ever met you was at the Golden Globes.
Yeah, you came over to...
I did. You do not remember that. There's no way
No. In my defence, I was loads of people coming over, and it was crazy. I didn't think we were going to...
You were standing by yourself when I came over.
Oh, wait. People say, is there anything you shouldn't joke about? And I don't think there is. I just think it depends what the joke is. I think comedy comes from a good or a bad place. And I was just teasing them, you know.
Right.
And it wasn't a room full of wounded soldiers. These are the richest, most privileged people in the world.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Talking of all you perverts, it was a big year. It was a big year for paedophile movies. Surviving R. Kelly, Leaving Neverland, Two Popes. Shut up. Shut up. I don't care. I don't care. First joke I thought of when I said yes to host the Golden Globes, I wanted to come out and say, welcome to the Golden Globes. Why is this show like a female elephant? It too has a massive In fact, the first time I did it, people were like, why is he being nasty to all these lovely, important people? And by the 5th time, I was going, yeah, go on, give it to them.
Yeah.
These people are sick of, like, celebrities sort of virtue signaling and telling them what to do. And, you know, it's so funny, the last few years, I've seen it. I've seen the change where, you know, ordinary people were getting sick of multi-millionaires telling them to recycle when everyone knew they were flying around in you know, private jets and limos. And I think that was the peak of it, you know, with the last Golden Globes I did, where people just got sick. Why are we
listening to this?
Watching people with everything, you know, it's nonsense. If you do win an award tonight, don't use it as a platform to make a political speech, right? You're in no position to lecture the public about anything. You know nothing about the real world. Most of you spent less time in school than Greta Thunberg. So, if you win, right, come up, accept your little award, thank your agent and your God, and... So...
But someone must read the script before you go on.
I do it. I say I'm going to say what I want. I don't have to rehearse, and they say that's fine. But I do have to tell a lawyer it just before I go on.
Yeah. Okay. And does the lawyer make you change anything, or
no? Because I know the law.
Who's harder to manage? A group of dogs in the park, a group of children on your show, or perhaps a bunch of celebrities at the Golden Globes?
You've got to get their attention at the Golden Globes. Because they're, you know, I have to go out and say, shut up, listen. And as long as there's the threat that I could pick on one of them, then they listen. They're great, yeah. Oh, the Golden Globes, there you go. Oh, who cares? Look at them all. Look at them all. They were asking for it with their good skin and hair.
He was really around since the Golden Globes, where
you were low profile.
Yeah, well, they attacked you, but they said that you were mean and rude, and you were surprised at that. You were surprised. Let me just read one of the things they thought was...
I am mean and rude. I'm surprised they attacked me for it, though.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Let me read one thing they thought was mean, and we'll decide whether it was mean or not, okay? Referring to Sex and the City 2, you said, I was sure the Golden Globe would go to the team that airbrushed that poster.
There were a lot of big films that didn't get nominated this year. Nothing for Sex and the City 2. No, I was sure the Golden Globe for special effects would go to the team that airbrushed that poster. Well,
a little sexist.
No, it's not. Why is it sexist?
Well, because you're saying that the girls are older and they need to be airbrushed.
No, I think they look great at their age.
Oh.
Why hide it?
Oh.
I don't think that you lose your sensuality or your beauty because you hit 53. I'm saying, why are they hiding it?
Oh, I see.
Okay, were you in the audience for any of Ricky's Golden Globes?
Several times. It was a little bit...
I think it cuts to you in one of them,
I think when you talk about Jeffrey Epstein, I don't know why you had to me.
You could binge watch the entire first season of Afterlife instead of watching this show. That's a show about a man who wants to kill himself because his wife dies of cancer, and it's still more fun than this, okay? Spoiler alert, season 2 is on the way, so in the end, he obviously didn't kill himself. Just like Jeffrey Epstein. Shut up! I know he's your friend, but I don't care. It's always lovely to get nominated and awarded, but if you take it too seriously, you're on a slippery slope. If you really think that you're anything special when you win an award, you just won an award. That's all. It was out of a few people, and you won the award. So what?
Yeah.
It's the same as these honours lists. When I see actors and people getting MBEs and OBEs and for doing something they loved, that should go to nurses and soldiers and people who have really sacrificed all their life. Don't get me started. Don't get me started on celebrities. This one I didn't do. Again, you'll see why I didn't do it. I was going to come up and say, this year, the awards are all about diversity. Our presenters represent all races, religions, and sexualities. Tonight, we've got Bill Cosby, Harvey Weinstein, and Kevin Spacey. And to be ultra-inclusive this year, I've asked all the presenters what their preferred pronouns are. So please welcome Hair Mel Gibson. Here's all the jokes I wrote for the Golden Globes. Some I didn't use. That one I didn't use because it's no, it's not. Here's one. Some of I didn't use because I got a couple of jokes I was saying, so I only used one. It was a joke about the Irishman. The main cast are all in their 70s. Al Pacino being the father figure at 79. Apparently he spent the entire shoot telling Joe Pesci to get his hair cut and turn his music down. Sweet. Bit lame. Not punchy enough. What else? Right, here's one that I thought wasn't quite right because he was being honoured. I sort of like Tom Hanks being awarded the Cecil B. DeMille Award for basically being the nicest man in Hollywood. No one has a bad word to say about him, and I can see why. He's such a considerate bloke. He even folds his own sheet after clan meetings, even when he's off his head on cocaine and meth. No, I don't think that would have gone down very well. Here's another one I thought I shouldn't do because she was being honoured. Ellen getting the award. Even though she's the nicest woman in America, she even felt the wrath of the social justice warriors when she was spotting cozying up to George W. One headline said, "Ellen loves Bush." We know. Well, you can see why I didn't do those jokes. Well, I'd have done them better than that. I'd have worked on them, but you know.
How is that applicable to 5-year-olds? I have never worked out the moral to Humpty Dumpty. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again. all I can think is, don't sit on a wall if you're an egg. But again, how is that applicable to a 5-year-old human? I mean, you tell that to a group of 5, oh, so don't sit on a wall if you're an egg. Oh, what do you mean if I'm an egg? I'm not an egg. It doesn't make sense. If I'm none of us are eggs. If there was an egg there, it wouldn't make sense. Because you go to the egg, don't sit on a wall. You go, I'm an egg, I can't eat, I've got nothing. I've got no ears, no eyes, I don't know what the fuck. What? Don't sit on a wall. I can't fucking hear. I've got nothing. I'm in nothingness. I can't fucking climb walls for a start, so... Don't send horses to perform medical procedures. Of course they couldn't put him together again. They've got no dexterity whatsoever. They can't sew to save their lives. They've got no thumbs, let alone opposable thumbs. Don't send a horse. It's delicate. An egg? We've got a cracked egg. Should we send a horse? Definitely not. Have you got a doctor or someone who works for Fabergé? Don't. We've got like a half-a-ton creature with no fingers. Don't send that. Got a four-legged thing with like that. No chance. They can't. Couldn't put on. They couldn't scrub up. They can't. Imagine there's an egg, delicate egg. Horse comes over. Fucked. It couldn't. They wouldn't even think of. Fucked. That's it. They wouldn't even see it. They go over there. What? Fucked. That's it. Wouldn't even. You couldn't explain it to it. Don't send. It's ridiculous. If I had to design the perfect egg-crushing device, it would be a hoof. I need this, as a cracked egg, I need it crushing completely. Hoof. The hoof's great. Don't send a... Doesn't matter whether they're the king's horses or not. Certainly don't send all of them. That's going to be chaos. If there was one horse with a little bit of nous, he did like 1 year before he got kicked out of Harvard. I know the rudimentaries. They all fuck it off, for fuck's sake. No lads, don't. They're fucking all over it. Fucked. It's definitely fucked now. What if we'd have invaded by France that day? And bloke comes running up the hill and goes, are you in charge of all the king's horses? All the king's men? Yep. French are coming. What? The French are coming. Where are all the king's horses? I sent them to mend an egg. You dopey cunt. What do you mean you sent them to mend a fucking egg? Oh. If your surname is Dumpty, don't call your firstborn Humpty. What sort of a stigma is that? For a kid that's already an egg? Could have the piss ripped out of him. I bet he jumped off the wall.
Yeah.
A bit?
A bit that you thought, hey, I really have I came up with something. That's a real comedian bit.
Oh, my God. A real comedian bit. Oh, God, I'm so embarrassed. I did some horrible bit about black porn and white porn.
Uh-huh. That was a great bit.
The black porn, the girl had
I still think about
a
that
bullet
bit.
wound in her ass.
Yes, those are great stretch marks.
Stretch marks.
And they looked like when you took a picture of the black girl, you didn't have her permission, like she's looking like this.
But I do it ironic, like I'm better than people, but I'm playing that card, so I'm actually saying I'm not better than them. But I think comedy is about empathy. And do you think that you get away from it? Do you think you lose touch? Because come on,
I don't think it's about empathy. I think it's about...
It's totally different with Jerry, I think.
What are you talking about?
You're different.
What, I do something different?
Yeah, I think so.
You do something different, yeah.
Well, that's ridiculous. But
No, I don't think he does.
Why would that be ridiculous?
No, I don't think he does. I
No,
think
you're a
because it's
singular comedian. You're different than other comedians.
I disagree. I think he's more everyman than us because I think he looks at things and he takes things that
I don't
everyone worries
even
about.
mean that
and
he's not every man.
He's the purest observational comic here. He is the purest
Yes,
observational
he is.
comic out of all of us.
And he does it in a way that nobody would. I can't believe that I live that every day and I never put it just exactly in that precise. He's a virtuoso. He plays it like a violin.
Oh, that's very sweet. I'm so glad I came.
Did you ever struggle and feel like you weren't good ever, even in the beginning? I mean, I can't imagine.
Not too long.
I can't imagine that you.
Not too long.
No.
I was pretty lucky. It was a few months. The worst it ever was I was hitting 500. I would have a good show and a bad show, and a good show and a bad show.
And when is that? What stage is that? Is that first starting out?
First starting at 21 years old, yeah.
So you were 21 and you started in New York clubs.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And right away, your first show was a good or bad?
Bad.
Bad. You did 5 minutes, or
right?
And you sucked for 5.
Right.
So what happened in your? I think that's a good question to ask all of you. What happened between your first time and the second time? What made you go back?
Well, all I had to do was do it once.
Yeah.
And I didn't. Success wasn't my objective. It was just I want to be one of those guys.
Yeah.
If I could be one of those guys, I win everything.
Yep.
Money was not the thing. So once I stepped on there the first time, that's it. I'm now one of these guys.
Right.
I'm just going to keep doing this.
And is that because you wanted to hang out with comedians or people perceive you as being...
You wanted that to be your identity. You wanted to be one of those people.
Right.
No, that's what I started in Boston, and I felt that there was these comedians. They were like this, like Olympus, this group of guys.
Yeah.
And I wanted to be one of them. And I didn't care if I sucked at it.
That's right. That is a
just wanted
very
to qualify.
successful attitude. You just want to be one of those guys. What was the first bit that you came up with that you thought, wow, I really got something there?
It was a bit about street signs and that they should be punctuated. Because I would read them differently than other people.
I remember this
Like,
bit. I remember
yeah, I probably
this.
did it opening for you, like, drive slow, children. Instead of drive slow, children. Or, no, you turn. Things like that. And
I had a similar bit. Left turn, okay. Do you remember me doing that?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's similar.
So that...
Left turn, okay. It's like,
Yeah.
we're not that impressed, but you must do it.
I did that and it killed. And I thought, like, this is something I'm capable of.
Right. What about you?
Yeah.
A bit?
A bit that you thought, hey, I really have I came up with something. That's a real comedian bit.
Oh, my God. A real comedian bit. Oh, God. I'm so embarrassed. I did some horrible bit about black porn and white porn.
That was a great bit.
The black porn, the girl had
I still think about
a
that
bullet
bit.
wound in her ass.
Yes, those are great stretch marks.
Stretch marks.
And they looked like when you took a picture of the black girl, you didn't have her permission, like she's looking like this. And white porn, they're all airbrushed. And they're
Here's
beautiful.
the thing I love about bits. This is why it is the comedian thing is different. Really good bits.
Yeah.
Go deep into your head and keep coming back. I'm sure I think about that bit honestly.
Yeah.
Once a month.
Oh man.
Because it was the first time, and I apologize for how naive this sounds, that I realized, black people live in a different world than white people.
Yeah.
I didn't really know that till I heard that bit. So their Playboy is different from our Playboy.
Yeah.
And they're not that thrilled with it. So and I didn't know any of
That's
that.
the funny bit. That's the funny bit as well, from your perspective, that they're not that thrilled with it. So it's complaining again. So you're imposing this Jewishness. On other people. They're whining. They're whining about their culture. We do that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
That would have been a great bit, though, if you did that. Black people's porn is different than white porn. And guess what? They're not thrilled with it.
Down, but down.
Yeah, they're not thrilled with it.
How can we help this porn?
Yeah. White porn,
But I
we have
swear,
airbrush.
I do think about that bit.
And unfortunately, the porn hasn't gotten much better.
What was your first bit? What was your
Black
first bit
porn
ever?
still kind of sucks.
My first bit that I thought, that's a real bit, was about the tramway between Manhattan and Roosevelt Island, 1976. The city was going bankrupt. I go, oh, that's great. They're putting up rides for us. Next thing, you know the bit?
Yes, I do.
Next thing, I guess they'll be putting up a roller coaster through the ghetto. I couldn't figure
That's
out
right.
how to what word to use for
I
that.
saw that recently on YouTube.
That is
Really?
so.
And
I
it was
remember,
a time trip for me because
Let
you
me
said
finish it.
ghetto.
I go, that'll be the first roller coaster where they scream on the flat part of the ride.
Yeah,
That's right.
I remember that. I remember that.
Right.
Woo!
1976.
Ghetto.
But I didn't know.
Wow.
I say Harlem, maybe that'll be a problem. I don't know what to say. I said ghetto.
That's weird because I caught ghetto as a weird. Why is he saying ghetto?
Well, what could I say? I don't know what to
Ghetto.
say.
You're supposed to say the
Where's
ghetto.
the ghetto? It's the generic term. Can't offend anyone.
Roller coaster
Right.
to the ghetto.
Make it economic. Well, that's it. You made it economic instead of race, didn't you? That's what you're worried about, I presume. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, because it could have been the Jewish ghetto in
Well, of
Warsaw.
course, yeah.
Sure.
Just
Could he meant
poor dangerous. He was saying the poor dangerous people.
Yes.
That's what he was saying.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That's right. What was your first bit that you did on?
I know it really well.
I wrote it last week.
No, it was only it was about I suppose 2 years before I became a comedian. I was on the radio, and it was a bit that I developed and always brought up. It was facts on the internet that I thought were spurious, and the animal facts were my favourite. So I go through and I deconstruct the motive, the person that put it on there. Why is this? And is there, elephants have been caught swimming 2 miles out off the coast of England, and I go, caught swimming, like it's illegal. What are they doing wrong? And I couldn't believe how easy it was to personify animals. And then I felt guilty. I thought, this is almost cheating, because it's instantly funny. You personify an animal. And I thought, so then I started worried about, it's not just being funny, it's being proud of your stuff and doing things that other people couldn't do. And it started really screwing with me. But just going out there and just being funny, that's another thing. Are we allowed to just go out there and be funny?
What does that mean?
Well, it worries me. I feel that it's cheating just go out there. I think anyone can be funny.
What? No. What are you talking about?
Because I feel guilty about just being able to make people laugh. So I wanna do it with a harder dive.
Oh, you mean in a social setting?
No, on stage. I want them to go, that wasn't just luck, he worked on that bit, and I couldn't come up with that. Because I'm also conscious about comedians who go out there and they're anodyne and safe, and they say things we could all think, and it works.
They don't do very well.
20 minutes
They do.
in.
No,
They fill fucking stadiums.
Yeah.
They do well.
No,
After
they
people who don't know comedy.
No, guys like that get quickly to a place and then they stay there.
We're sort of elitist, and we think that we know what's good and what's allowed, but there are comedians out there that can sell arenas around the country, particularly in Britain, and they go out there and they say, isn't it funny, you take an umbrella out and it doesn't rain, and yet the Times, and people are going, yeah, it's true. But they couldn't be laughing any harder.
That's for a
to the
year,
point where I
though.
want to go, I'm not going on.
Yeah, but
because they can't laugh anymore at that.
Yeah, but there's also a level above that, because like when you follow guys like that who get right to the easiest possible laugh and they get a huge laugh, you can still, when you go on stage, you can feel the people go, yeah, but this is now something.
And how many
this is now something a lot better.
unfunny comedians? Anybody can get hot, have a hot year, play this big place, that big place. Who the hell has ever sustained a career not being funny? Nobody.
Yeah, you can't. Not being really, truly.
This is when I finished the sitcom.
You're one of about 5 people that have been invited round my house. I'm a very sort of private person, apart from, like, workman and postman.
Make me feel special.
Yeah.
Have that Alan Carr, a postman round here? Refuse collector?
Yeah, well, at least they're useful.
Yeah.
There's not even any water here. Can I have a drink of water?
Unfortunately, on the new BBC...
you've got some?
Well,
brilliant.
Yeah, I bought this myself. You have to buy your own out of BBC.
Look at you.
That's £1. You want that? That's £1 I want from you. Yeah. That's £1. OK, let's do an interview.
Okay, Ricky, the Golden Globe statue is round. Name 3 other things that are round.
The Earth. My balls.
How long is your... I'm not asking how long is... I'm not...
7 inches.
All right, well, listen.
That tie is pointing.
That's what ties do, that's what they're for.
Is it really?
Yeah, that's what...
I thought like necklaces do that to cleavage.
Yeah, necklaces are like, here's my boobies, and ties are like, guess what this is?
Yeah, but according to Desmond Morris, boobies are meant to be your arse cheeks. That's what it's saying. It's going to look at my arse cheeks.
Right.
But why would you want one with arse cheeks there? That's odd.
Well, no, it's to represent the arse.
Yeah, but why? We know where the arse is. It's a completely different direction.
Stop doing that with your finger.
How much time do you spend in London? I know you got a house here. How much time do you spend here? How much time do you spend in London?
Well, between the two, probably a bit more in London, but you know,
More in London,
I like to come here as often as I can.
Aren't the taxes bloody awful in London? In England, isn't it just crazy?
Well, I'm like you. I like paying tax because it's giving something back.
Listen, I'm with you with this God thing. Like, as in atheism. I mean, but there's a bit of you thinks, you know, what if it is true? What do you do when you meet God?
Well, forgive me.
Will he?
Yeah, and it's his fault. Why did he make me an atheist?
Because I would love to try stand-up. I'd love to do stand-up.
I think you'd be good. I think you'd be good.
You say that, but when I try and write a joke, I get the opening bit. I say, that's a funny idea. Madonna's got divorced. And then I think, yeah.
Where's my writers?
You know, I don't know.
Right, we'll all do this. Right, watch this,
Okay,
right?
all right.
Can we get a
game
camera?
called Ass or Elbow?
Yeah, if you want.
Okay.
Hold on, look. So,
Okay.
I'll just take a picture.
Okay.
When you sort of manipulate it and sort of crop it just right, look at that.
Right that way, yeah.
Name 3 Tom Hanks movies.
Toy Story 1, 2, and 3.
Oh, no funny business. There you go.
Not on this show.
Oh, no, it's a joke. That's a joke.
What are you wearing? I love that.
Look at you bloody turning up in a grey. Something they wouldn't even have in TK Maxx. Look at it.
What's a body part you're most proud of on yourself?
It's probably my second penis. No.
Wow. 2 of them. Wow.
Every time you're on the program, I try to do this, and it always comes out very clumsy. Let me try it one more time. Possibly the best television show ever. What do you think?
Possibly. What do you mean?
I'm going to interview you now.
Yeah. So
okay.
are you comfortable? Then me on top. You,
Right.
And then you. Go on.
From an engineering standpoint, we may be doing this.
You've lost a lot of weight.
Thank you.
How have you done it? Tell me your secret.
Steroids and AIDS.
Let me ask you, how are the twins?
Oh, yeah. Right, let me explain.
He has twins.
Yeah. I don't. Now, this is the thing. I did an interview a couple of years ago, one of those, you know, little celebrity bits. Oh, it's embarrassing saying that word, isn't it? And it was something like My London, and it was all like really fluffy questions, like who would you want to be stuck in a lift with? My mate Glyn, he's got a toolbox, and you know, I wasn't playing, and I was just like, I felt so embarrassed, and they said, if your flat was on fire and you could only say 3 things, what would it be?
Oh, yeah.
So I went, my cat, my salamander. I said 3. She went, yeah. I went, one of the twins. And this policeman comes out with a mirror on the end of a stick, and he looks under the van like that. And as he's doing it, his helmet falls off, and 20 cigarettes fell out. And the copper looked at Bob and sort of went, I bet you've always wondered what we kept under our helmets. And Bob went, I knew it wasn't fucking brains.
How do you signal to a partner that you want to have sex?
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Like an insect.
But when you come to the United States, are you nervous about traveling these days, for example?
Well, I tell you, the first time I was a bit apprehensive coming to the States this time. A couple of reasons, really. The first one is, I mean, obviously since the war in Iraq, it's not good to be in America with a French name.
Oh.
I have got French blood.
Really? Is that right?
I don't like them either, though. I just want to make... No.
What have you named your private parts?
Pamela.
Okay, Ricky, name 3 curse words you're allowed to say on TV.
Darn. Cockerel. Dick Cheney.
Maybe just have less calories or stop eating
No,
or
I'm
drinking.
not going to stop eating and drinking. No, what's the point? What's the point in living longer if you're sober? Especially these days, I want to be drunk all the time now.
I mean, you always work together. Do you ever go on holiday together?
Fuck off! Jesus Christ! Can you imagine that? Oh, it would be horrible. Just think of the pictures. Me looking pretty cool and sort of tanned. Buff, yeah. And the thing, naked, he looks like one of those baby fish. You can actually see through his body.
It's a fantastic picture.
Think of that running at you 1,000 years ago.
Not so threatening with the bubbles.
No, I know.
What else? Is there another? Is that it? Oh, my God. Wow, another one. I don't know if there's any
That was
more.
Norway.
That was Norway,
completely different.
Oh, my God!
Ricky, name 3 things you can cover with chocolate.
A cake, yourself, someone else.
Can you show it?
Yeah, show it. Turn that around.
Right.
That's fantastic. Can we get a shot?
It seems like you joke about this, but you're running. You're getting in shape for the Globes, right?
Well, no, I
well, you're running.
Believe it or not, I work out nearly every day. I work out about 5, and I do it sort of, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, just so I can then go and eat pizza and drink beer. It's like a reward. As I'm running, I'm thinking, that's 1 beer, that's 2 beers. You know what I mean?
Okay, thanks very much, Doctor. Sorry.
Do you mind if I masturbate?
Please welcome Ricky Gervais. Hi, good to see you. How are you?
Good. Hello. Oh, wow. Lovely.
You're all in black.
Fantastic to have you here.
Lovely to be back.
We've been talking about the new Baywatch movie. I thought I would ask you, who are you?
Why wasn't I in it?
Exactly. I mean, who are you on a beach?
Oh, oh, God. I don't do beaches anymore. I don't like sort of just... I used to, when I was younger, sit around trying to get a tan, but it's just so boring now. And I can't stand people, so I don't want to go to a beach.
What would you say is your perfect comfort zone? Where's that?
Sitting at home, in my pants, getting drunk. That's every night, though. So this is a nice change for me to be dressed. No, my idea of a night out is a night in, honestly.
Yeah.
If someone, like, they'll say, oh, we're in town for a couple of days, do you want dinner? I go, oh, OK, right. And they say 8:30, I go, 6 o'clock. I want to be home by 8 o'clock.
Your show that you're touring with now is called Humanity.
It is indeed.
And I wonder, are you an optimist on behalf of humanity?
I think so. I think I'm an optimist in general. I think everything will be OK. You try your best, and I think it'll probably be OK in the long run. Am I an optimist for humanity? I don't know. All joking aside, I think
I've probably lived through the best 50 years of humanity. In 1965 to 2015, reached the peak of civilization on everything, on freedoms, on, you know, communication, on tolerance, on medicine, and now it's sort of taken a downward turn. This last year hasn't been so good. There's always been, and it's true, you know, my opinion is worth as much as your opinion, but people started thinking that my opinion was worth as much as your facts. And that's just not true. And that came from people finding their groups, and on social media, they found their mobs. They found comfort with like-minded people, and it was like two armies.
Isn't this exactly... we're talking about Julian Assange, which is one part of, I mean, freedom of expression, let's call it that. Some people will say he's a beacon there. Social media is another part of that.
Well, social media is just another form of communication, another outlet. You know, it only amplifies things. You can't say, oh, this is terrible. There are idiots on Twitter, but there are idiots on the high street. You've got to go there, you know, probably at the same percentage. It's just that now people feel they have a voice, right? Most people wouldn't say things to you in the street they would on Twitter.
No, but you have, you used to have in London, I don't know if you still have it, but you have this Hyde Park corner where people stood on boxes and spoke.
Yeah, which is great, but everyone...
But now we all got those boxes.
But they've all got those boxes.
All
and
over the place.
Exactly, and people, that used to be almost like a bit of a tourist attraction because they were mad. Do you know what I mean? No one jumps on a box in Hyde Park and says something that's really... They're usually saying the end is nigh, or the aliens are coming, that's why I'm wearing tinfoil. And it's like, no one's going around, they know, you know, that there's a forum for everything, and most people feel that they haven't got that forum, and now they have. Now everyone's a critic, everyone's a blogger, everyone's a journalist, you know? And all it does is just amplifies it. Twitter is like being able to read every toilet wall in the world.
Do you have a neurotic side?
Yeah.
What is that? What is that about? What can make you neurotic?
Noises. You know, it comes down... to cut a long story short, I know what it comes down to now. It comes down to me being a complete control freak. Because in art, you're God. In art, you can be a complete fascist, you know? But you can't do that in normal life. So I walk into a restaurant and I think, well, that chair's in the wrong place. Why have they put the air conditioning there? Oh, they need the toilet. I do that, right? Someone can be eating soup. I'll go, we're moving. You know, noises... Anything, so noisy eaters.
Eaters.
Noisy as people whistling for no reason. Anything can just ruin my day.
People chewing with the mouth open.
And I know. Yeah, I know it's my phobia. I know it's my neuroses, but it doesn't make it any better. I just think I know I'm not allowed to go. Will you stop fucking eating like that? So I have to leave. I know it's my problem, right? So I want to be in control.
Were you happy before you became what you are today?
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, I've always been happy. I know I was born in a very working class area. We didn't have any money. I was the youngest of four. My dad was a labourer. Mum was a housewife, but everyone was in the same boat. I didn't sit around feeling sorry for myself. I didn't think this is all doom and gloom. I never sat around thinking, oh, when am I going to become an international comedian? You know, I just thought, I hope I don't die on the way to school.
People recognise you, and you, of course, all over the world. Are you aware of it all the time?
Not so much from the very beginning. You know, when I first came to London, even my first plane ride was to Los Angeles, first of all, and then I came to London, and I didn't realise what the popularity of the show was, and you put it all together eventually. But, you know, and people are pretty cool to me. They've never really been that, except for the stalker in Stockholm.
Except for
the guy who lit my room on fire.
She had a stalker in Stockholm. He was naked.
And he was
you
never had
naked
naked
you could tell
stalkers.
immediately this is not a sort of person you want to deal with. You know what I mean? He wasn't a sneaky stalker like normal for the first couple of years. He's like a man following you naked. He's mental. You know, at least he did you a favour there, I think. What do you mean?
Yeah.
Well, he was not chasing you, just walking behind you?
No. He came into a hotel and he lit my room on fire, and then he packed a bag for him and I, and then
this was
he was
while
found
she was a guest
naked.
on my show.
And I was on his show. I came back to the hotel and it was evacuated because he had broken into the room through the adjoining door.
So...
He was covered in Vaseline, too. He was covered in oil. He was covered in oil.
Covered in oil as well?
Wait a
Yes.
minute.
He was 6
So this
foot
guy.
four.
So
The first offence, he only got 4 days in jail.
4 days in jail. So how old was he? How old was this guy?
Oh, and this is like 40 something.
So 40 years
you know?
old. So he checked in the hotel knowing you were there.
Yes, he saw
and
him. I saw him in the hallway the day before, and he said, "Come to my room," in English. So that's why the police were like, "Oh no, he knew you. He knew who you were."
And then he broke into your room when you were not there.
Right.
That's something
I was
at
there.
least. Yeah. Okay.
He lit it on fire.
Lit it on fire.
Yeah.
Why would he do that?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't think he was thinking
He
straight.
doesn't know what he's doing.
No, I don't know. No.
He doesn't know whether he's a stalker or an arsonist.
No, but he had the 2 bags. Yeah.
He
And a
just
kidnapper.
thought, how many crimes can I do in 10 minutes? He was in the Guinness Book of Record. Oh my God.
I know, it's terrible. It's hard to laugh at, but it was
What I
so...
like about it is, he's not even a very good stalker, because he went, right, she's out. You know what I mean? Right, just dance around you naked. That's a terrible stalker. She's coming back. It's ridiculous. So, how did you know he was naked? Someone found him there?
No, I saw pictures.
Why was he took pictures?
No, the police officers did, but they took him and they had to wrap him in plastic to bring him out, and he was 6 foot 4.
Plastic to keep him fresh. Hold on, wait a minute. So this is a 40-year-old man who sees you in the hall and says.
No, but he checked in. Yeah, there was probably a longer story, but yeah,
Right.
he ended up getting into.
And
it
he
like
said,
that.
"Oh, it's Pamela Anderson off Baywatch. How could I impress her?" Right. I'll wait till she goes out for a start, and then I'll start my plan. Right. All I need is matches. Right. So hold on.
It was pretty
So
scary.
then he went into your room through the adjoining door. So did he know? So he knew.
He broke through the door. Yeah.
He broke the door, but he had that room next door, presumably.
Yeah, no, he got the room next door.
Right.
Yeah.
He set the room on fire.
You're so
right?
thorough on this.
But
I
why did he? Why did
you-
he set the room on fire? Just because he was mad, I suppose.
I
just
think
so
he was mad. Yeah. Well, but
Well,
I
he
don't
probably
know
took his
why.
clothes off because he was hot.
He was covered in oil, and he was looking through my girlfriend's camera.
Hold on.
Yeah, it gets
Right.
worse.
He was covered in oil.
Yes. This is.
People do horrendous things to be famous. It's ludicrous.
yeah.
It's absolutely ludicrous.
So, do you have this self-awareness that when you're like in a restaurant, as you mentioned, you need to be especially polite, you need to tip well, you need to, because
And honestly,
people are telling you
being famous for me is like believing in God. I think everyone will find, someone's watching you. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm very aware that someone came up to me the other day in a restaurant. Like, I'm in a restaurant, and it's usually safe restaurants. People respect that, right? And someone came up to me like this, right? I'm sitting there, and they just came up with their phone. Everyone's got a camera. They just went like this. They went.
I know, isn't that odd? They do that.
Didn't
yeah.
look at me.
No.
Didn't
No.
ask. And the secret one as well. When you see people like that, they've just got their phone like that.
Yeah.
I want to go. Why are you doing it? Just ask. You can have a selfie. You can have a picture.
And
It's
you
just
have to be
rude.
polite, and you still
I
have
have to be polite because they're filming it.
Yeah.
So I never want to lose it because that's what that's what they want. Particularly the Paps. They want you to do something.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
you don't give them what they want.
Ricky Gervais, thank you so much.
Thank you. When someone says to me about another comedian, they say, "Oh, they're not funny." Even if I agree with them, I stand up and I say, "Well, you can't say that. You've got to say you don't find them funny," And I hate it when people say, "That joke was offensive." I got to say, no, you've got to say you found it offensive. Because it's all about feelings, and feelings are personal. And there's loads of types of comedy, and comedy evolves, There's a new type of comedy at the moment called woke comedy, right? No, it's very progressive, There are some clubs now where the comedian has to sign a thing saying he won't say anything contentious or he won't say anything that could offend anyone. It's a safe space for the audience. Woke comedy. And I tried to watch a bit of it, and I decided I'd rather watch Louis C.K. masturbate. Can't mention him anymore. He's cancelled. Not enough to apologise and move on. You've got to... And the big controversy last time I did it was a Caitlyn Jenner joke, right? Oh, outrage on Twitter the next day. And by outrage, I mean a couple of people going, "It was transphobic." It wasn't transphobic in the slightest. It was a joke about a trans person, but the joke had nothing to do with that aspect of her existence. And that's the other thing about offence. People get offended when they mistake the subject of a joke with the actual target, and they're not necessarily the same. I'll tell you the joke. You make your own minds up. Right. So... It's live, so they go, and now your host for the 68th Annual Golden Globe Awards. Please welcome Ricky Gervais. They go, and they're all clapping, all the actors are looking up, smiling at me nervously. It's brilliant, right? So I just go, relax. I'm going to be nice tonight. I've changed. Not as much as Bruce Jenner, obviously. But if you're the type of person to revel in someone getting cancelled for something they said 10 years ago, you're just ensuring that one day you'll be cancelled for something you said today. You can't predict what will be offensive in the future. You don't know who the dominant mob will be. You know, like, the worst thing you can say today, get you cancelled on Twitter, death threats, whatever, the worst thing you can say today is, women don't have penises, right? Now, no one saw that coming. There are no 10-year-old tweets of people saying... You won't find a 10-year-old tweet of someone saying women don't have penises. Do you know why? We didn't think we fucking had to. Try and explain to someone every day what freedom of speech means, particularly in the context of comedy, and particularly in the context of a joke, that a joke about a bad thing isn't as bad as the bad thing. It's not even necessarily condoning the bad thing. It could be anti the bad thing. It depends on the actual joke. And this woman said, you should never make jokes about food allergies. I should have left it, right? I sent back, I make jokes about AIDS, cancer, famine, and the Holocaust, right? And you're telling me I should never joke about food allergies. She sent back, yes, but the Holocaust didn't kill children. Well, it did, didn't it? It was horrible, the Holocaust. Some would say as bad as food allergies. Oh, women. Not all women. I mean the old-fashioned ones. You know, the old-fashioned women. Oh, God. You know, the ones with wombs. Oh. Those fucking dinosaurs. Oh. No, I love the new women. I know the new women. They're great, aren't they? You know, the new ones we've been seeing lately. The ones with beards and cocks. They're as good as... They're as good as gold. I love them. No, it's the old-fashioned with it. And now the old-fashioned, they go like, oh, they want to use our toilets. Why shouldn't they use your toilets? For ladies. They are ladies. Look at their pronouns. What about this person that isn't a lady? Well, his penis. Her penis, you fucking bigot. What if he rapes me? What if she rapes you? You fucking turf whore. Welcome to my show. It's not a show. There's no dancers or jugglers. It's basically a bloke talking, which is essentially what stand-up comedy is, isn't it? A bloke talking. Sexist. What about all the funny female comedians? Like, No. Right. No. I'm not doing that. OK, right. That was irony. There's going to be a bit of that throughout the show. See if you can spot it, OK? Now, that's when I say something I don't really mean for comic effect, and you as an audience, you laugh at the wrong thing because you know what the right thing is. It's a way of satirising attitudes. Like that first joke, I used the old-fashioned sexist trope that women aren't funny. Now, in real life, I know there are loads of funny women. Like, I did it again, well spotted, good. But these people are virtue signalling. They're trying to bring people down to raise their own status. And they say it's because, no, we're protecting minorities. Like, they're basically saying minorities haven't got a sense of humour, which is so patronising. And I get that as well, to what it's like to be outnumbered. In this country, we're still only 5% black, 5% Asian, 5% LGBTQ, you know, tiny numbers. Now, I'm a white, heterosexual multi-millionaire, right? There's less than 1% of us. Do I whine? No. Do I don't mind. I just get on with it. Come on, Rick. Come on, Rick. Just keep I'm like Rosa Parks. Do you know what I mean? I'm like... If
Except I fought for the right to never have to take a seat on a bus. When I start on a contentious subject, I feel the tension. Like, oh, is this going to be all right? Are we going to be allowed to laugh?
Yeah.
And I take them through a scary forest and out the other side, and it's always okay. And they, phew, right? And I think that's the important thing, because I've often said that people get offended when they mistake the subject of a joke with the actual target.
Yeah.
And they're not necessarily the same thing. You can make jokes about any subject. It depends what the joke is.
Yeah.
There's no rules. You can't joke about this. You can.
You should be able to.
You just can.
Yeah.
Okay? And there's nothing sacred.
Well, that's
really.
the point. There's nothing sacred. So everything should be subject to ridicule.
Yeah.
I mean, even just to force you to understand, think about it more.
I know. But people then they go, wow, yeah, but you shouldn't hurt people's feelings. Well, you can if their feelings are wrong.
Yeah.
You know, if you don't like the facts, don't change the facts, change the feelings. You know. I did think of adopting for a while, a little third world child, because that would tick all 3 boxes, wouldn't it? You know? You think of it like, 1, I wouldn't be adding to the population problem. I'd be alleviating an existing problem. A young kid born through no fault of his own into abject poverty. He would have died without me. I can literally save his life and give him a great upbringing, right? 2, he would be grateful, wouldn't he? He'd want to pay me back, wouldn't he? Particularly if I let him know that all the other kids in the village, they weren't so lucky, they didn't make it out. I'd tell him that early on, so he really bucked his ideas up, right? I'd go, Tundi, come here. Yeah. Go and pop a shirt on, you're not in Africa now, mate. That's better. Yeah. Tundi, yeah, water straight out of a tap, and yes. No, it's not free, it's Hampstead. Yeah, of course it's safe. Safe, fresh drinking water. Have as much as you want. Have a bucket full. Straight out of that fresh drinking water. There you go. Go and clean the car. Go on. Hello, I'm Ricky Gervais. I'm here in London, in my office, but I'm not writing another award-winning series. No, I'm chilling out with my friend. Look who he is. It's only Elmo.
Hi, everybody. Hey. Thank you. Throw money. That's a little joke.
Well, Elmo, I've invited you...
I'm a little low. Can you put him up on the couch?
Do you want that? There you go.
Okay, thank you.
You all right?
Yeah, Elmo's good. Elmo's so happy to see you here. And Elmo's so happy to be in London, too.
Well, last time we met, we were in New York, weren't we? On Sesame Street.
Where Elmo lives, yeah.
Where you live, and it was a great pleasure. I actually cited meeting you as the highlight of my career.
Really? Elmo feels sorry for you, Mr. Gervais.
I don't get out enough, do I?
No.
Now, Elmo, it was...
Something there.
You know they're my pyjamas.
Really? You work in your pyjamas?
Well, you were in your pyjamas last time.
Boy, he must be really important.
Exactly.
You can wear whatever you want to wear.
I know. I can do what I want here. It's my office. This is my town. And when I was there, I noticed that you were surrounding yourself with, like, weird things. Little monsters and strange...
Oh, Mr. Gervais, we don't call them weird.
No, but...
They're family.
But they're not sort of normal, are they, really?
No.
They're all different shapes and sizes,
and colours,
funny voices, But I've got a little surprise for you, because I've got my own little weird friend that I think you should meet, that I think you'll get on with.
Really?
It's only Warwick Davis.
Mr. Warwick Davis? Hello.
Come on.
Hey.
Oh, there you go. Look.
Oh, you get that done to you too, huh?
Fine, here we are. I'm the luckiest man in the world.
Oh, this is great.
Should we sing
It's so good to see you.
It's good to meet you as well. Hiya.
Wow.
Fantastic. This is good to be here.
Yeah.
Right, Ricky. Yeah.
It's so nice to meet you.
He's got a little suit on.
Yeah.
We could get you something like this, couldn't we? A little furry outfit or something.
No, I've done the furry outfit.
Oh, Elmo, what do you think of him?
Well, Elmo thinks you're wonderful. Elmo's seen you in a bunch of movies.
I know he'd like you.
Yeah.
Are you? Yeah. I knew they'd get along.
It's so good to meet you.
Look at this. I can't believe like that. God.
Good.
Hey, Mr. Ward, will you come to Sesame Street?
Oh, I'd love to see that.
very much
You
like
put him in a little
to.
dustbin or something.
No, I don't have to be in a little...
little pop-up in a little dustbin.
When Oscar?
And you'd get to meet, like, interesting people, because I have big guests on there. And they go, look, do you want to meet Elmo? Yeah, hello, Elmo. And they go, do you want to meet Grover? Yeah, hello, Grover. Look who's in the bucket. It's Warwick Davis.
I know. See,
Thanks for bringing Mr. Warwick.
you can't keep him though, because he's got to go back to. Where do you live?
I live in a house.
Oh, I'd love to see that little house.
It's not little. You don't imagine it. Really.
Oh God! Oh, say goodbye, everyone. Say goodbye.
Bye.
Say goodbye.
Oh, it's so nice to meet you, Mr.
Yeah, it's nice to meet you. We'll
Mr.
chat later.
Warwick.
Yeah, kiss him if you want.
No.
Go on, kiss him.
Thế thì ngâm rượu thì mỗi một lít rượu thì các bạn lấy độ nửa cân của cái quả sim này. Thì là các bạn sẽ ngâm độ 2 lít rượu với nửa cân. Như trên tay mình đang cầm đây, đó chính là nửa cân. Và mình sẽ ngâm được 2 lít rượu đến 3 lít rượu. Nó rất chi là đặc và uống rất chi là có những chất lượng. Vì ngâm rượu bằng những quả sim này thì các bạn sẽ làm tăng cường sinh lý và tốt cho tiêu hóa của những người đã uống những rượu sim này. Đấy, rất chi là tốt, nhất là cho những người đàn ông trung niên. Đấy, về cái khoản tăng cường sinh lý. Ngoài ra thì các bạn còn chống được lưu thông khí huyết. Đấy, rất là tốt với những cái quả sim này. Hoặc là các bạn bị xơ vữa động mạch là uống những quả sim này cũng rất là tốt. Nếu các bạn không uống được rượu thì các bạn có thể nấu nước uống từ trái cây như quả sim và làm cho chúng ta rất chi là đẹp da và chống cái lão hóa da. Đấy, như những cái tuổi trung niên là nó sẽ lão hóa da, nó không nhiều được như thanh niên phụ nữ, thì chúng ta cũng nên tận dụng từ những cái quả sim này màu tím các bạn. Thì chúng ta mà không uống được rượu thì chúng ta lại nấu nước rất chi là tốt với những người đàn bà mà chống được cái bệnh lão hóa da. Và thực ra mà nói thì trong những quả sim này mà nó rất chi là tốt. Ví dụ như là các bạn nào mà hay bị hoa mắt, chóng mặt cũng như là đau đầu thì các bạn nên cũng sử dụng những quả sim này. Vì những quả sim này nó là làm cho chúng ta lưu thông máu rất chi là tốt. Đấy, giới thiệu với các bạn là như vậy. Lưu thông máu là ví dụ các bạn nào mà bị hoa mắt đấy, mình cũng giới thiệu với các bạn là như thế. Nếu mà chúng ta mà ngâm rượu mà để khoảng tầm 3 tháng thì nên chúng ta phải đặt ra thì chúng ta phải pha thêm rượu để chúng ta uống. Và mỗi một bữa chúng ta chỉ uống độ 5, tức là độ 2 chén, 2 tách cà phê đấy. Đấy là rất chi là tốt cho sức khỏe và lưu thông được huyết áp cũng như thần kinh rất chi là ổn định và chống được cái lão hóa rất chi là an toàn. Vậy qua những video này thì mình cũng muốn giới thiệu với tất cả các bạn về cái công dụng của mỗi một quả sim và cũng như cái lá sim và cũng như thân cây sim. Rất chi là có hậu quả về những các căn bệnh mà mình đã giới thiệu ở bên trên. Ngoài ra còn có những cái tác dụng như chúng ta mà bị cái bệnh gọi là tiểu đường thì cũng rất chi là tốt, vì quả sim này nó cũng nhiều chất xơ và chất chát. Đấy, nên là chúng ta sử dụng những cái này rất chi là an toàn. Kể cả các bạn bụng dạ kém cũng như đi ngoài là các bạn cũng dùng từ những cái quả sim mà mình đã được lấy từ trên đồi về, nên rất chi là có tác dụng. Dù rằng nó là một cây thuốc cỏ hoang nhưng nó vẫn là cây sống lâu năm, có rất nhiều tác dụng. Cho nên video lần này mình chỉ giới thiệu với các bạn sơ bộ như vậy. Xin chào các bạn, hẹn các bạn ở video lần sau mình sẽ giới thiệu chi tiết hơn. Xin chào tạm biệt.